We want to start sitting this morning, so still a few more minutes, 2-3 more minutes. So if you would like preparing yourself, find a comfortable seat, use a blanket, use a pillow like this. You can come into kneeling or you come Sukhanasana, easy sitting pose, people with more flexibility, finding your half lotus, full lotus, I can't anymore. So please find a comfortable seat and we will start in 2 minutes, just waiting a tiny bit longer that everyone can join. Wonderful you are here Sunday morning, feeling really blessed you're taking time to come in this morning class. So wonderful. Hi everyone. Nice. Cool. And for people who would like to know, there was a request if we can share what I'm reading. I thought I put it in, and I know it already before starting. I put it in the chat room, so you can hopefully see it later and copy it. But I will post it on Facebook as well. I just didn't do it yet. How wonderful is this? So many beautiful people. Really to see everyone. So let's start. People can join slowly. Please always sit for a moment. Find a comfortable seat. Use a blanket, use pillow. You always can bring your soles of your feet together like this. If it is really a difficult sitting pose for you, one heel in your center, other heel in front, Sukhanasana. Maybe you want to help with your hands, finding a bit more ease in your inner groin, helping with your hands, just giving yourself a bit of a nice touch on your thighs, releasing your knees, finding yourself growing, making sure you're not arching, curving here, falling back, letting shoulder rolling forward, finding these sit bones, rooting down, bringing your belly in, and as if there is somebody pulling you up from your top of your head. So find this gentle lifting up, lifting your shoulders, rolling your shoulders back and down, maybe squeezing your face for a moment, making your face very, 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 very small, and with your exhaling, with your eyes closed, releasing, relaxing, leaning back a tiny bit, feeling the support of space. Imagine there is a wall behind you, giving you support, Mother Earth from the ground, behind, and from your top of your head. You'll find yourself connecting with your eyes closed, making sure your chin is in line. So as if there is a shelf on front of you, you could put your chin on top, pushing it back a tiny bit, that the back of your skull comes in line with your sacrum. And maybe you feel this gentle release in your front side. Giving yourself a moment of arriving in your practice, arriving in your space you've created, arriving in your body, connecting with your breath, letting your breath be natural. No need to manipulate. Maybe it's very light, very shallow. Maybe you hardly can feel it. Let it be the way it is. And maybe for many of us in this time, this challenging time, it is already quite for a bit. 2 months for some countries, longer for some countries, shorter. kind of this challenge which creates these sensations of feeling overwhelmed. It creates these sensations of confusion. It creates these sensations of fear, worries, hopeful. This whole display we are facing right now of emotions, of thoughts, this kind of underlying ups and downs. One day is a good day, one moment is a good moment, one moment is a more difficult time, one moment worries comes in, finding to cope. And very often in these times we have this, what we call in trauma, this fighting against, maybe creating other ideas, why it is like this, why it shouldn't be like this. Flight, I'm out here. Get me out of this. I'm not here anymore. Going into other spheres of worlds, or freezing. I'm not here anymore. So we do have this in the trauma. It is called these three types, how we deal with situation. Our nervous system feels overwhelmed. So maybe you want to reflect a tiny bit on how you're feeling right now, and what is happening is we're kind of inhibiting natural flow, which is super normal, superhuman. So no reason to tell yourself off, to be hard on yourself. So for this today, we want to find our inner flowing, this inner flow of breath, this inner flow of opening and closing, which is a natural state. So we are opening up and we are closing. And I would like to read a quote from Morgan Harper Nichols for starting. For the highs and the lows and the moments between, mountains and valleys and rivers and streams, for where you are now and where you will go. For I've always known, and I told you so. For nothing is happening, and all has gone wrong. It is here in this journey you will learn to be strong. You will get where you're going, landing where you belong. Finding this inner flow, finding your breath. And for the pranayama, maybe you want to gently start to open your eyes. We want to connect a bit more consciously to breath. Bringing your arms in front of you with your next inhaling, lifting your arms, bringing your arms over your head, palms of your hands facing front, releasing your shoulders, and with 5 steps you're exhaling. So you want to exhaling 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, empty completely. Inhaling, letting your arms rising up. We will do this 3 more times with your exhaling, and you don't want to inhale in between. So you're exhaling step 1, exhaling 2, exhaling 3, exhaling 4, exhaling 5, empty. Inhaling, lifting. Exhaling 1, exhale 2, exhale 3, exhale 4, exhale 5. Last time this round. Inhaling, lifting. Exhale 1, exhale 2, exhale 3, exhale 4, exhale 5. Releasing for a moment, finding your natural breath. Can you feel any change? Any different? And we want to do the other way. So your arms in front and you want to inhaling in 5 steps. So you really want to filling your body. So inhaling 1, inhaling 2, inhaling 3, inhaling 4, inhaling 5, staying full for a moment, releasing your shoulders, and with your exhaling, coming down, exhaling, empty, 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 empty. Inhaling 1, inhaling 2, inhaling 3, inhaling 4, inhaling 5. Stay. Exhaling. Feeling even more. 2 more times. Inhaling 1, inhaling 2, inhaling 3, inhaling 4, inhaling 5. Stay full, rooting down from your sits bones, releasing your knees, releasing shoulders. Full, 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 full. Last round, filling even more from your tips of your fingers to the tips of your toes. 3, 4, 5. Stay. Exhaling, releasing, giving yourself a moment with your eyes closed. Feel this energized body. Maybe you feel a tickling. Maybe you feel a bit of a dizziness of more oxygen in your body. Bringing your arms on your side, sweep your arms over your head. Bring your hands over your head, making a fist and really squeezing your arms, squeezing your fist, squeezing your whole body, really getting tight, tight, tight from your tips of your toes, even tighter, 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 tighter. And then you're releasing, feeling this flow in your body. One more time, you want to get really tight from your tips of your toes, hands, arms. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze your whole body. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. And let go. Exhaling, bringing your arms back on your sides. Bring your shoulders rolling forward, rolling them back and down. Shoulders forward, rolling back and down. Shoulders forward, rolling them back and down. One more time, you sweep your arms over your head, crossing in your wrists, turning your palms facing each other, interlacing your fingers, releasing your shoulders. Feeling this soft touch of your hands. Opening your hands, bringing your arms on your side, letting your chin coming towards your sternum, finding a sweet little rotation in your neck. When you did hurt your neck, please only do it halfway, softening in your shoulders, easing in your neck, finding this sweetness in your face, feeling, sensing, breathing. Bringing your chin towards your sternum and letting your head circling the other direction. With your breath, feeling this flow in your body, letting your energy flow. This tightness we are creating when we are in challenging situations, nothing to get angry about, bringing your head back into your neutral, arms over your head. Bring your other wrist in front, crossing your wrists, interlacing your fingers. And from here, you want to try to lengthening your arms, releasing your shoulders. Rooting down from your seat, your belly is coming in. Exhaling, bringing your arms on your side, reaching forward from your hands, coming into your tabletop, pushing all away what you've been sitting on, pushing it on your side, spreading your fingers, knees, hip width apart, and giving yourself a moment to settling in. So you're inhaling, gazing up, exhaling, rounding your spine, gaze towards your belly button, finding this natural breath, flow of your breath. Exhaling. And today you want to give an extra portion of flowiness, of exhaling. Exhaling, rounding. Finding movement in your hips. So you want to circling your hips around, only in your hips, as if your hips being a ball, circling these hips to one side and circling them to the other side. And then you're letting this movement come into your chest. You're circling from your chest between your shoulders and your hips, creating space, activating even deeper your breath and circling the other direction, circling around. Coming back into your neutral, giving your body a tiny bit more space, one palm of your hand walking forward and letting yourself becoming a cat when you're circling your whole body, your fingers pressing down your neck, your shoulders, becoming a sweet noise, little animal on all fours, stretching, soft, face is soft, closing your eyes, and the beauty in practicing how nobody can see you. So you can be as funny as you would like to be and changing direction. You can explore movements you've never done before. And from here, you press yourself in your child pose, bringing your fingers, meeting your toes, forehead touches the floor, softening between your hips, energizing your kidneys. In this overwhelmed situation, our nervous system gets super active, and very often it is caused, has this impact on kidneys, feeling low. Adrenaline activates, so releasing this pressure. Breathing, tucking your tailbone in, rolling up your spine, vertebra for vertebra, your shoulders rolling back and down. And you want to bring your hands behind you, spreading your fingers wide, rolling back your shoulders, opening your chest. Please stay here when this is good enough, or you're rooting down from your knees, your hands lifting your hips, and give yourself a bit of a stretching from your front side. Exhaling, coming back down onto your knees, reaching forward in your tabletop, spreading your fingers, curling your toes, lifting your seat, find your first downward facing dog. Brace, walking, rounding your hips, walking your feet, soft. Coming down onto your knees, one more child pose, releasing your seat, bringing your arms, meeting your toes, forehead touches the floor, stay here for a moment, letting yourself be nourished by your breath. Tugging your tailbone in, rolling up your spine, vertebra for vertebra, shoulders rolling back and down, lifting yourself up onto your knees, arms over your head, exhaling, pushing with your seat, lengthening your spine, staying here for a moment, spreading your fingers wide. Exhaling, planting your hands, gazing between your hands, curling your toes, lifting your seat in your downward facing dog, spreading these fingers, walking your feet, inhaling, coming into your high plank, exhaling, releasing your knees, releasing your toes, pushing yourself back into your child pose, releasing your forehead, hands meeting your toes, two more times, the same, rolling up your spine, vertebra for vertebra, come into your flow, arms on your side, every breath. One movement, inhaling arms, exhaling, reaching forward, planting your hands, inhaling, gaze between your arms, curling your toes, lifting your seat in your down dog with your exhaling, inhaling, coming into your high plank, exhaling, releasing knees, toes, and enjoying coming back into your child pose, forehead meeting the floor, arms around, releasing shoulders, one breath. Stay, turn, tucking your tailbone in, rolling up your spine, inhaling and flow onto your knees. Exhaling. Planting your hands, gaze between your arms, cat, curling toes, exhaling in your down dog, inhaling in your high plank, exhaling, releasing knees, toes, child pose, coming back, becoming soft in your body, releasing this tension. Stay one breath in your child pose. Next, inhaling, tucking your tailbone in, rolling up your spine, rolling back your shoulders, inhaling arms. Exhaling, pushing your seat, planting your hands in your cat with your inhaling, exhaling in your downward facing dog, stepping your feet together, lifting your right leg towards the ceiling, stay and start circling in with your ankle, so letting your ankle circling around and changing direction, letting your ankle circling around. And then you start letting your knee getting soft, finding this circling around your knee, changing direction. And when you circle your knee, your hip is getting activating. So find some movement in your hip, letting this hip circling around, being surprised of the movement you're finding in this position.
Finding your leg, lifting up in your neutral, bending your knee, stepping your right foot between your hands, inhaling, gazing forward, exhaling, both legs, one lengthening, gaze towards your left toes, inhaling, bending your knee, gazing forward, exhaling. Inhaling, bending your knee, opening your chest. Exhaling. One more time. Inhaling, bending your knee. Stay here for one moment. Opening your chest. Closing your eyes. Are you getting stiff in your pose? With your eyes closed, observe your body. Can you let yourself breathing into this tight spot you're creating? Exhaling, stepping your right foot back in your down dog and coming down onto your knee, finding your child pose, fingers meeting, your toes, forehead releasing, one breath. Tucking your tailbone in, rolling up your spine, and this big inhaling, coming onto your knees, exhaling, pushing yourself back, planting hands, inhaling, cat, curling toes, lifting your seat in your downward facing dog, stepping your feet together, lifting your left leg towards the ceiling. And please remember, it doesn't matter when your left leg needs to bend. You can stay with your right leg, sorry. Both of your legs can stay bent. So don't get too worried about your heels coming down. Start circling with your ankle. You want to find your fingers spreading wide. You want to find your arms nice and long. Change direction from your ankle. Where is your breath? And then start initiating circles from your knee. And feel how this is already starting. Loosening up in your hip and then letting yourself play with your leg. Finding movement initiated from your hip. Letting yourself be surprised. Bending your knee, stepping your left foot between your hands, gazing forward. Maybe you need to bring your hands on your knee when this is really difficult and your arms are a bit short. You can working from here with your hands in. Exhaling, both legs lengthening, and you always have the choice to bring your knee down, inhaling, and then you're lengthening your front leg, both legs, inhaling, shoulders, long spine, exhaling, finding this breaking up, these tight cells, inhaling and stepping back in your down dog, finding, bending your knees, flow one more time in your child pose. Body needs time to integrate. Body needs time to rest. Action, passive, all is one, like giving and receiving. Praise, letting yourself, finding your flow. From your tips of your toes to your top of your head, into your fingertips, rolling up your spine, vertebra for vertebra, bringing your arms on your side, stay on your knees, lifting your arms over your head, finding a twisting, waking up your spine, your belly, your lungs, turning to your left side, right hand outside left knee, left hand in line with your spine, gaze over your shoulder. Breathe. Stay with your left hand where it is, releasing your right arm and reach with your right arm towards your left side. Gaze into your right palm of your hand. From here, you want to find the circle, lifting your right arm. Keep on gazing in your hand. Stay with your gaze towards the ceiling, feeling this nice little back bending, and then you're bringing your arm around, both hands meeting, your toes lifting your chest, finding this sweet little back bending, exhaling, coming back into your neutral, arms over your head. With your inhaling, turning to your right side, left hand outside, right knee, right arm in line with your spine, belly in, spine long. Stay, breathe. Reach with your left arm towards your right side. Really find your arm reaching and gaze into your palm of your hand. With your next inhaling, you're lifting your gaze, you're lifting your arm, gaze in line your fingers. Stay with your gaze, exhaling, bringing your left arm around, squeezing your shoulder blade, opening your chest, a sweet little back bending. Exhaling, releasing, reaching forward from your arms, tabletop, to curling your toes, lifting your seat in your downward, facing dog. Stepping your feet together, lifting your right leg towards the ceiling with your inhaling, exhaling, bringing your knee towards your chest. Reach with your right foot under your left, taking a big step towards your left side, rooting down from your right hand. You can stay here, or you're lifting your left arm, letting yourself flipping open. For people who have difficulties, you can come down with your left knee, your right leg reaches, and then from here you can opening up. So don't worry, you always can use your knee, all the other ones flipping back, finding your down dog. Stepping your feet together, lifting your left leg, inhaling. Remember, you always can come down onto your knee, bringing your left knee towards your chest, reach with your left foot towards your right side. The bigger you take your step towards the side, the easier it is to let yourself flipping open. Breath. Yeah. Exhaling, planting your hand back, stepping your foot back in your down dog. Inhaling, coming into your high plank, rolling back your shoulders. Stay here for a moment. Exhaling, opening your shoulders, swinging. So you're letting your belly button, pubic bone, reaching towards the floor. Exhaling, lifting your seat with a big exhaling, letting your head shake. Inhaling, pushing with your heels, really making a nice long line first before you're opening up with your inhaling, exhaling, and two more time. Inhaling, coming into your high plank, exhaling, and with your inhaling, opening your shoulders and swinging back. Breathe. One more time. And let's meet everyone in downward facing dog. Finding your down dog. Finding these steps in your breath. Where do you hold unnecessary? Dare to let go. Dare to let this energy warming you deep inside. Opening up this tightness created by sensations of feeling overwhelmed. Bending your knees, gaze between your hands, walking yourself forward between your hands, stepping your feet hip width apart, hugging your elbows, ragdoll, swinging, arms growing heavy, head grows heavy, face is soft. Don't worry if you can fold forward a lot. Always stay soft in your knees. You do not want to hurt your lower back. So please always softening your knees, releasing your arms, tucking your tailbone in, rolling up your spine, vertebra for vertebra, your shoulders rolling back and down in your Tadasana. Fingers facing front. Maybe they want to curl in a tiny bit. So you don't need to stay here stretching out. Oh, we could do this. Just a good idea. Pressing your feet, getting really tight. Like we imagine a mountain is tight. There is no life as it walks. There is a lot of life. So getting very tight, squeezing every little corner in your body, squeezing your face, squeeze even a tiny bit more, and then your legs. Exhaling, bringing your hands in front of your chest, soft touch. Maybe you want to bring an intention for your practice. Maybe there is an area, you're kind of circling around, being not able to leave. One area, one cycle of thoughts. Maybe there is a situation you're circling around. Maybe you give it a moment of just letting it go. You will be landing where you are going, internally, without pushing this river. Releasing your arms, sweep your arms over your head as if you're hugging this whole universe. Exhaling, folding forward, bending your knees, stepping your right foot back into a long runner's lunge, rooting down from your right hand, lifting your left arm, or you stay with your left hand on your knee. Breath, releasing your left arm into your back, gaze in line with your fingers. Exhaling, planting your left hand, stepping back in your downward facing dog. Inhaling, coming into your high plank. Exhaling, releasing your knees, releasing your toes. Coming down, chin chest, meeting the floor, sneaking forward in your mini cobra, releasing your hands. So your hands under your shoulders, 10 toes pressing into the floor, letting yourself come and swim. Inhaling, reaching forward. Exhaling, your elbows glued to your body. Inhaling. Exhaling. Inhaling. Exhaling. One more time. Inhaling. Exhaling. Bringing your elbows glued to your body. Lifting your heart. Exhaling. Planting your hands. Curling your toes. Lifting your seat in your downward. Facing dog. Stepping your feet together. Lifting your right leg. Inhaling. Exhaling, bringing your knee towards your chest, reaching with your right foot one more time, letting yourself flipping open. Remember your knee. Inhaling, lifting yourself up, opening up even a tiny bit more. Breathe. Stay where you are from your legs and your right arm. You want it twisting Bring your left arm, reaching under your right. Inhaling, lifting up. Exhaling, left arm under your right. One more time. Inhaling, lifting. Exhaling, listen. Bring your left hand onto the floor, bringing your right hand towards the floor. Your right leg stays on your side. Your left leg is long, twisting, bringing, and it's a beautiful stretch for your hip. Bringing both hands pressing into the floor, gazing over your right shoulder. Breathe, please stay here. Maybe you have a bit more space. You're coming down onto your elbows. Maybe you have a bit more space. You can open your arms and you bring your chest towards the floor, gazing towards your right arm. Breathe, closing your eyes. Do you hold, avoiding, letting your muscles opening, your cells being nourished in every little corner? Can you allow yourself surrender in this pose, trusting? Inhaling, bringing your left hand, bringing your right hand under your shoulder, gazing forward, curling your left toes under and stepping back into your downward facing dog, bending your knees, gaze between your hands, walking, hopping or stepping forward. Inhaling, coming halfway, exhaling, folding in, letting go. Remember your knees, always soft. Your head grows heavy, your shoulders letting go. Let tucking your tailbone in, rolling up your spine, vertebra for vertebra, shoulders rolling back and down, bringing your arms on your side, Tadasana, and you want to squeeze one more time. So from your toes, your soles of your feet, your bum, your belly, your shoulders, your hands, your face getting tight, 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 even tighter. Tight and let. Feeling this provokes your breath grows deeper, bringing your hands very soft in front of your heart and reflect one more time. Is there an area in your life you're circling around? You feel you can't leave this thought, this emotion. Bring some breath, bring some air. Inhaling, arms over your head, hugging this universe. Inhaling, folding forward with your exhaling, stepping your left foot back, long runner's lunge, left hand on your floor, right hand on your knee, or opening your right arm towards the ceiling. Stay. Breathe. Reaching with your right arm into your back. So you're reaching from your fingertips. You want to meet your heels, gazing over your shoulder. Exhaling, releasing your right hand, stepping your right foot back, finding your downward facing dog. Breathe, inhaling, coming into your high plank, exhaling, releasing your knees, releasing your toes, chin chest, meeting the floor, sneaking forward in your mini cobra, exhaling, coming down onto the floor, letting your arms like cactus arms, walking towards the side, planting your fingertips onto the floor, making sure your inner thighs rolling towards the ceiling, your big toes touching, shoulders rolling back and down, belly button, pubic bone presses into the floor while you're lifting your chest, with your inhaling. Exhaling, repeating a few more times. So you're inhaling, 10 toes, belly button, pubic bone, fingertips, becoming very gentle, becoming very fluid. Inhaling, lifting up, exhaling, coming down. Inhaling, lifting up, stay. Warming your shoulders, gazing over your right shoulder, back neutral, gazing over your left shoulder, back into your neutral, gazing over your right, back into neutral, gazing over your left, back into your neutral, coming back down, bringing your hands under your shoulders, one more cobra, so you're lifting half. You're helping yourself, lifting up a tiny bit higher. Avoid pushing your hands away. You want to pulling your hand towards your chest, feeling the difference. When you push, very often you're arching. When you pull, you're broadening your chest. In, stay. Exhaling, coming down, curling your toes, lifting your seat in your downward facing dog, stepping your feet together, lifting your left leg, inhaling, exhaling, left knee, chest, reaching your left foot towards the side. Maybe you come onto your knee, that's really completely fine. Staying here, or you're lifting yourself up, inhaling, stay, opening up, and then you want to twisting, bringing your right arm, reaching under your left, inhaling, lifting up, exhaling, inhaling, lifting up. Exhaling one more time. Inhaling, lifting up. Exhaling, planting your hand and releasing yourself, coming down. Your left hip comes onto the floor. Your left leg stays nice and long. Your right leg, scissor these legs. Bring both hands. Maybe this is really good enough and you stay here. You closing your eyes. And letting yourself, finding this fluidness, this openness in yourselves. Maybe you can come down onto your elbows, or you can open your arms and you're twisting towards your left side. Finding this space where you unnecessarily holding, avoiding letting energy flow. Mind tells us we need to protect ourselves. I need to do this. I need to hold back. I need to get tight. I need to protect myself. Mind chattering. Can you trust your body? Can you trust your being? Can you trust and surrender, giving in? Bringing your right hand under your shoulders, your left hand, pressing yourself up, curling your back toes under, and swing your left leg back in your downward facing dog, shaking your head, letting your lips become horses, 3 times horse breathing. One more, inhaling and one more, inhaling and bending your knees, gaze between your hands, hopping, walking, or stepping forward. Inhaling, lengthening, exhaling, folding. Inhaling, this time you will come with long legs, long spine, coming into your standing, bringing your prayer in front of your chest, closing your eyes. Breath. Releasing your arms, sweep your arms, hugging this universe. Exhaling, folding forward, stepping your right foot back. You want to come into a Trikonasana, 45 degrees. Left hand on your inside, right hand on your hip, lengthening both legs. Right arm flows towards the ceiling. So you want to making sure you're opening your chest, you're opening your whole side. Stacking shoulders, maybe you need to come higher. Bring your hand on your knee, on your thigh, or you can releasing down a tiny bit. Doesn't matter. Your right arm reaches towards the ceiling, staying here, both feet rooting down, and then you're letting your left arm reaching towards the side. Breathe. Inhaling as if there is somebody pulling you up. You want to come into your standing. And from here, you're turning both toes facing the inside, hands on your hips, bringing your hands on your sacrum. So you bring your hands on your sacrum, creating a nice little triangle, rolling back your shoulders, lifting your chest, opening your chest. And from here, you're folding forward, letting this triangle shining towards the ceiling, releasing forward. Please, you always can bending your knees when you're folding forward. Breath. Your head grows. Inhaling, pressing this triangle into your sacrum, lifting yourself up, come into your standing, releasing your arms on your side, sweep your arms over your head, exhaling, coming down, open chest, open up, releasing yourself forward. Maybe you can grabbing with your peace fingers, your big toe, and bring your thumb around, activating the flow of your breath, pushing your elbows towards the side, releasing forward. Maybe you're staying halfway. It doesn't matter. Breathe. You can stay here, making sure you do not allow your knees flowing in, or you can bring your hands down. Please find your variation. Breathe. Your neck grows long. Breathe. Inhaling, coming back, bringing your hands under your shoulders, a nice long spine. You can use a block or a pot from the kitchen or anything you can grab when you need. Bringing your left hand in front of your face, lifting your right arm towards the ceiling. Maybe you stay, or you want to bring your right arm around, grabbing your left thigh, opening up, finding a bind. Inhaling, reaching from your right, exhaling, planting your right hand, switching side, left arm, inhaling, stay, or you bring your arm around, finding a bind, gazing over your shoulder, breath. Inhaling, lifting, exhaling, coming back down with your hand, opening your right foot facing front and bringing your weight towards your right leg, bending your right knee. Inhaling, walking your hands back into your neutral, bringing your right foot, turning back towards your inside, opening your left foot. Gazing back, and you want to bend your knee.
coming down, giving yourself a bit of a sweet little stretching. Inhaling, coming back, both feet turning inside, lifting from your heart and walking your arms forward in an open-legged down dog, making sure you do not bring your weight forward. You want to stay with your hips pushing back, spreading your fingers, releasing your neck. Inhaling, releasing, letting your hands walking towards your right foot, turning your toes, gazing forward with your inhaling, exhaling, stepping back in your downward, facing dog. Stay in your down dog, finding a vinyasa of your choice, or you always can rest in child pose. Inhaling, finding your high plank. Exhaling, releasing knees, toes, chin, chest, meeting the floor. Inhaling, sneaking forward. Exhaling in your downward facing dog, stepping your feet together, bending your knees, gaze between your hands, hopping, walking, or stepping forward. Inhaling, coming halfway. Exhaling, folding forward. Inhaling, come into your standing. Bring your prayer in front of your chest, closing your eyes. What is this area in your life you would like to bring more breath? You feel you're holding back. You feel you're avoiding. Bring some fresh air. Bring some movement. Trusting this natural flow. Releasing your arms. Sweep your arms over your head. Exhaling, folding forward, diving, bending your knees, stepping your left foot back, open it 45 degrees. Maybe you need to come up to help yourself, really opening up first. And then you find where your hand is landing. We don't want to squeeze ourselves into a frame we are not really fitting in. Letting yourself fit in with your limitations. So maybe you first bring your hand higher and then you're opening your arm towards the ceiling. I need to stay higher as well. I did hurt my hip, so I can't come down. Who cares? Breathe, both feet pressing into the floor, lifting your right arm as if you're hugging this whole universe. Breathe. Exhaling, releasing and lifting yourself up. This time you want to opening your feet so your hips are opening up. Bringing your knees over your feet. And first you want to stay, making sure do not fall into your lower back. So your toes facing outside, your heels coming in, finding length. Releasing your arms on your side, and from here you bend your knees. Arms on your side, palms of your hands facing forward with your exhaling, as if you're bringing the energy together in front of your chest. You're exhaling in your prayer. Inhaling your arms. Exhaling, opening up, staying here, taking a big inhaling. Exhaling, gathering the energy in your heart. One more round, inhaling. Exhaling, opening. Inhaling. Exhaling, bending your knees a tiny bit more. Staying. Inhaling, listening. Arms over your head, palms of your hands facing forward. With your next exhaling, you're making a fist turning your fists around and bringing a really big exhaling, like inhaling, releasing. 3 more times, exhaling in your belly, really deep down. Inhaling. Exhaling. Last time. Inhaling. Exhaling. Stay. Bending your knees a tiny bit more. Breathe. Inhaling, releasing, arms over your head, stretching out your legs, turning towards your right side, letting your left foot turning around, planting your hands onto the floor, stepping back in your downward facing dog. Inhaling, coming into your high plank. Exhaling, choose Chaturanga, Dandasana, upward facing dog. Knees, chin, chest, child pose. Stay in your down dog. And when people in child pose feeling ready, please join us in your downward facing dog. Bending your knees, gaze between your hands, hopping, walking, stepping forward. Inhaling, coming halfway, folding in your exhaling. Inhaling, coming to your standing, praying your prayer in front of your chest, closing your eyes. Soft hands, soft feet, soft knee, long spine. Heavy hips, light chest. Coming into your tree pose, hands on your hips, flowing with your weight on your right side, lifting your right knee, opening your hip, your right foot on top of your left, inside, calf muscle, or you're helping with your hand, bringing your foot in your inner groins, pressing your right foot in your left thigh, planting your hand, finding your inner gaze. Breath. I'm wobbly. Don't look at me, I'm wobbly. Finding your own beautiful balance. Inhaling, letting your arms over your head, soft in your fingers, soft in your wrists, soft in your elbows, soft in your shoulders. Becoming this beautiful, strong tree. When a tree would be stiff, it would break in the wind. So this very strong tree is very flexible, even it has a strong trunk. It is alive inside. Bringing your prayer in front of your chest, bringing your right knee in your center, and from here you're flowing into your third warrior, your arms along your torso, opening your chest, your fingers soft. Releasing your arms onto the floor, bending your left knee and your right, and you're bringing your right leg behind your left, curling, inhaling, lifting up, and come into your standing split. Maybe you're staying here halfway, pushing your leg back, creating an L shape. Maybe you can come into your standing split and you want to curling in 3 more times. Releasing, curling in, and you're inhaling, lengthening. Exhaling, curling in, and exhaling, curling in. Your last time, you want to stay
2, 3 breaths in your standing split. When you want to play with your balance, maybe you can grabbing with both of your hands, your left ankle, releasing your neck, exhaling, stepping both feet together, inhaling, coming halfway, folding in and finding yourself in, standing up, bringing your prayer in front of your chest, releasing hands on your hips, right side. So you're bringing your weight to your right side, long spine, light like a feather. Maybe this is good enough and you stay just really simply bringing your toes on top of your right or on the inside calf muscles, or you're helping with your hand coming higher in your inner groins. Hands, do not use your knee, please. It is a nice little anchor. You can put your foot in, come higher or lower. Do not press your foot against your knee. Inhaling, bringing your arms, growing. And maybe you can feel the more you're softening in your soles of your feet. I'm so happy to breathe. Breathe, letting yourself growing, your fingers playing, your wrists playing, your elbows, your shoulders. Breathe. Becoming a tree. Breathe, bringing your hands in front of your chest, bringing your left knee, lifting up, flowing into your third warrior. Reaching forward from your heart, your fingers soft. Breath. One more deep breath. Releasing your arms under your shoulders. Maybe your front knee is bent. It doesn't matter. And you're pushing your left leg back and lift it as high as possible. People with a bit more flexibility, maybe you can lifting up into your standing split, bending both knees, curling in, making yourself small. Inhaling while you're pressing your right foot, lifting your left. Exhaling, you're curling in. Inhaling, lifting. Exhaling, curling in. One more time. Inhaling, lifting. Maybe you can walking with your hands grabbing your right ankle and you're balancing in your standing split. Releasing while you're stepping both feet together in front, lifting your heart with your inhaling. Exhaling, folding in your Uttanasana. Inhaling, coming into your standing. Bring your prayer in front of your chest. Close your eyes. Breath. Releasing your arms. Your last flow. Inhaling. 3. Exhaling, folding forward. Maybe you want to jumping back when you are used to the practice, jumping back, coming in your Chaturanga Dandasana, downward, upward facing dog, taking a flow. Or you're simply walking your feet back and meeting in your downward facing dog. So we all want to meet in downward facing dog. Stay for 2 more breaths. Fingers spreading wide, shoulders rolling back, seat pushing up, heels growing heavy, opening your knees and come into your child pose. Bringing your hands around like we started, forehead meeting the floor.
Tucking your tailbone in, rolling up your spine, vertebra for vertebra, sitting on one side, swinging your legs around, Paschimottanasana, pushing with your hands, your flesh to the side. We are a tiny bit late today. I hope nobody needs to go really quickly, so it will take a few more minutes than I thought so. Inhaling, bringing your arms over your head. Exhaling, folding forward in your Paschimottanasana, releasing your neck, releasing your shoulder. Letting go, as we always do. In every practice, we want to find your folding forward. You want to find your releasing forward. You want to find this balancing of your nervous system. Letting go. Please remember, as always, you can stay bent in your knees. When your hamstrings tight or you're feeling tightness, letting yourself belly meets your thighs. Inhaling, gazing forward, exhaling, coming back into your sitting. I would like to take the shoulder stand today. So people, if you would like to come into your shoulder stand, giving yourself a bit more space in your back, gazing over your shoulder. I always like to rolling back. When you don't want to take your shoulder stand, maybe you have a block, then you're taking your block under your hips, and you bring your legs. Maybe you just want to shuffle towards your wall and bring your legs against the wall. When you want to do this, you shuffle and bring your seat really close. Really, your seat want to be close to the wall. And then from here, you're bringing your legs up. Maybe you need to stay with your legs bent. It doesn't matter. So maybe these are two options for people when you don't want to take your shoulders down. Maybe you are already in your shoulder stand, or you're rolling back onto your spine, making sure your shoulders are under your shoulder blades, arms next to your body, folding in your knees. And then from here, you're pressing your hands into the floor, lifting your hips, and first, you want to create really space for your shoulders. So you're walking onto your shoulders, and then you bring your hands supporting on your kidneys. Gaze in line with your toes or closing your eyes, whatever feels more adequate for you. And you want to find this flow. So very often we are kind of letting us sinking in, getting heavy from your balls of your feet, feeling this energy line, lifting yourself up. Maybe you want to start playing, opening your legs towards the side, playing with your ankles, flexing your feet, pointing with your toes, bringing one leg over your head, scissoring your legs, and switching side. Maybe you want to bring your soles of your feet together, and people with legs against the wall, you can do this as well. So you can letting your legs start to play, bringing a bit more freshness, a bit more flexibility into your legs in this position. People against the wall, stay there, and people in shoulder stand, halasana, plow. Only when your toes meeting the floor, you can interlacing your fingers. When your toes up, please stay supporting your back
You don't want to hurt yourself. You bring too much pressure on your neck. When your toes do not meet the floor, it doesn't matter. People used to the practice, you can fold them in your knees and bring your arms around, making a sweet, nice little ball and pressing your knees against your ears, finding this inner sound, listening to yourself. And people with legs up against the wall, come out, bring your legs towards the side, and coming back onto your mat. We want to take a few back bendings. So people in shoulder stand, lifting your legs. Maybe you want to bring your hands back onto your kidneys, and then you're walking down a tiny bit more, bringing your hands on your sacrum. Scissor your legs apart, so your elbows under your hands. And then you scissor your legs and you come from here into back bending, your hands under your hips, pressing your feet into the floor. And people on the floor finding 2, 3 variations of your bridges. So your feet next to your seat, arms next to your body, lifting yourself up. Stay here for a couple of breaths, and people with hands under your hips. Maybe you want to lifting your right leg towards the ceiling. And people who are not doing this, please coming down onto the floor and lifting yourself up one more time. Maybe you want to interlacing your fingers in your back. And people with right leg up, bringing your right leg down and lifting your left leg. People with in your bridge, coming down and finding one more variation. Maybe you want to bring your arms over your head. That's an option as well. Exhaling, your left foot coming back onto the floor, rooting down from both of your feet and lifting yourself up, people with hands under hips. Rolling back onto the floor. Everyone is coming back onto the floor, letting your feet opening up, letting your knees meeting in your center, bringing your hands on your belly. Resting your lower back, resting your chest, bringing your chin towards your sternum, your hands warm. Taking a moment. And gently bringing your knees towards your chest, rounding your spine, bringing your knees towards your chest and lifting your head. Squeeze your body. Inhaling, releasing, bringing your knees over your hips like a bug on his back, bringing your arms over your shoulders, bending your elbows and giving yourself a bit of a shaking here, letting your feet shake, your legs shaking, your arms, your wrists, giving yourself a bit of a shake of all your limbs. Exhale, and then slowly and gently finding your Shavasana, your arms on your side, lengthening your legs, separating your legs, making a few little adjustments so you can find the stillness of your outer movements and feeling your inner movements, letting your breath become natural. Maybe you want to wet your lips with your tongue, letting yourself swallow.
Maybe you feel you're holding in your face. Maybe you want to face, kind of play a tiny bit with your face, squeezing it a bit, making some funky faces. Let go. Your fingers soft and cooling in. Your legs growing heavy, your hips, your feet releasing. Savasana, corpse pose, the place of integration, the place of relaxation, the place of letting go, connecting. All what is. So. For the highs and lows and moments between, mountains and valleys and rivers and streams, for where you are now and where you will go, for I've always known and I told you so, for nothing is happening and all has gone wrong. It is here in this journey you will learn to be strong. You will get where you're going, landing where you belong. Maybe you gained a tiny bit more space. Maybe you gained a tiny bit more breath. Maybe you gained a tiny bit more this flow, this inner flow. Letting this experience integrate. Take it with you in your daily life. Remember, while you gently and slowly start to deepen your breath. And with this inner deepening of breath, you're feeling how this connects to your fingers, to your toes. Letting this outer movement coming back. Maybe it moves spontaneously into a stretching. Maybe it moves into already curling your knees and flowing to your right side. When you know you're coming out of your practice, are you already getting stiff again, getting tight? Letting your taking this experience into your body. When you're not already on your right side, please finding a moment on your right side. And then from here, with your left hand pressing into the floor, coming into a comfortable seat, finding your hands planting gently, softly in front of your chest with your eyes closed. Finding this gratitude for what you found in this practice. And to finish and seal this practice, let's chant one deep long sounding taking a huge big sweet little inhale.